the Trevor Jackson podcast.
You know, we're coming off of Jay-Z. We got to get into Nas. Nas did a performance for FIFA. He was in his hometown of Queensbridge. He performed one of his records from Hit Boy album that he did. You know, the one that won the Grammy, King's Disease. Let's get into his performance, and we're going to have some conversation and some dialogue afterwards.
Yeah. Bullshit. Your lordship. I used to run a clock down corporate. Yeah. Hopping out, you know it's Nas when the doors left. Whole squad on the furnace. And check the sky. Pop a smurder. And watching like a chick. Courtside like a buckler. They get the tougher. She like a beater. Tougher. From the sweet trick wobble. Raspberry butter. At the moment, middle of the summer. If I can't get it done, just put me to come up. Please get the money. Spicy. She gon' give it time. Got her a timepiece. Got it. Not like me. Niggas on the mommy. My mom in 2090. Okay. Everybody price out. That's your more money. Hold up, Queen. Hold up. We're in Queens, New York right now. We get the money out here. We keep this thing thorough here. Hello, FIFA, what's good? The real ones came out tonight, too. I gotta represent for you. I gotta represent for everybody. Corona. No. I said I gotta represent for them. Corona, Flushing, Astoria, Northern Boulevard, Southside Jamaica, Northside, Fort Rockaway, Ravenswood, Queensbridge, Queens, where we at? Let's represent there. Represent. Ready? Oh, there we go.
Those people who, you know, attended that concert and attended that FIFA experience, they got a treat. They got a real treat to me. You know, the location was the Billie Jean King National Tennis Center in Flushing's Meadow Park in Queens, New York. I want to run down the track list. You know, he did the intro to Illmatic. He did Get Down, The Message, The World Is Yours, Nas Is Like, Got Yourself a Gun, New York State of Mind, Spicy, Represent, Hot Boys, Uchi Wally, You Owe Me, Hate Me Now, It Ain't Hard to Tell, I Can, Life's a Bitch, Phone Tap, Made You Look, If I Ruled the World, and One Mic. They got a phenomenal performance, man. They got almost 20 songs out of the boy. I was having a conversation, you know, about the greatest artists of all time in hip hop, you know, and we're going to exclude Biggie and Tupac. You know, one of my brothers was telling me that Jay-Z is the greatest artist of all time, and I don't want to minimize Jay-Z's contribution or try to minimize who he is as a person and the things that is being said about him in the media. He's a great. But I was telling my partner, y'all can tell me if I'm right or wrong in the comment section below. And I will be in the comment section too to further the conversation. But I was saying that, you know, my favorite rapper being a brother from the South is Pimp C. You know, Scarface is a close second. Them Texas boys. But Pimp C was very influential, and you seen what he did on Big Pimpin' with Jay-Z. I feel like Jay-Z didn't even stand a chance on that record. To be honest with you, all Bun, they didn't stand a chance. They was trying to come into Pimp C's world, so that's my favorite artist. Jay-Z influenced me with the financial literacy language that he speaks. I like Jay-Z a lot. I like, you don't know what you do, do. 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 4 in just 5 months, 80 million more. That song is unprecedented. But I want to give Nas some credit because, a lot of people don't give Nas the credit he's deserved. He dropped 7 albums since COVID. He has prioritized his brothers and helped them continue on with their creativity. He has even brought back Prodigy, Big L, Slick Rick, De La Soul, Raekwon the Chef, Ghostface Killer, AZ, Mobb Deep. It's just, he's done a lot. So I want to give Nas a round of applause. Lyrically and his contribution, it ain't even close. It ain't even close no more. If you feel like it is, who would you want to compare him to? Educate me. Real talk.
It's mine, whose world is this? The world is yours, the world is yours. I can't hear whose world is this? It's yours. It's mine, whose world is this? The world is yours, the world is yours. It's mine. Watching Gandhi till I'm charged, writing in my book of rhymes, all the words past the margin, to hold the mic and robin. Check out the movement, understand the smoothness that you're moving with, the beat stand. Play me at night, they won't act right. Beat of hip hop, got me stuck like a crack pipe. Mind activation, we act like I'm facing time like Gabby Mason. Hands up, embrace it, wipe the sweat off my nose, spit, flip on the street. Sway tips on the feet, make the cipher complete. Rather cruising in a cab or on terror beat, I can't call it. Beats make me falling asleep, I keep falling. Never falling 6 feet deep, I got more resumes to represent it. Say what? Say what? Whose world is your world? It's yours. The world is yours. It's mine. Whose world is this? The world is yours. The world is yours. It's mine. Whose world is this? It's yours. It's mine. Whose world is this? I said the world is yours. The world is yours. It's mine. Whose world is this? God bless your life. To the whole battle of Queens. God bless your life. I should be about to man. And all the baby bitches be quick. But these scriptures that say me what? Get up and down, money getting down, rolling down. The versatile, money sticking well, golden child, dwelling in the rotten apple. They get tackled, a caught by the devil's hassle. Shit is a hassle.
I had to give Nas his praise and acknowledge him for performing at the FIFA, the FIFA situation in his hometown or whatever, though. But I want to ask y'all a question. What is the criteria for y'all to consider an artist y'all favorite or the best? I'm going to tell you what the criteria is for me, why I feel like Nas is, the most relatable for me. It comes with relatability. I have to be able to relate to the things that you're saying. I have to value your lyricism, and the things that you write down has to be something of substance. That is, the main thing. That's just one. That's just one of the things, relatability and the substance piece. 2, you got to hold yourself with some sort of integrity and meaningful, and it can't be too many scandals that you're connected to. That's the difference between him and Jay-Z. Even though those things about Jay-Z might not even be true, but those scandals are connected to his name. So I feel like Nas don't have no scandals connected to his name. That's something that I value. 3, why I feel like Nas is my favorite and what represents me the most is that I may not be from New York City, but he connects me to the artists there. I know artists that people in New York might not even know because of the representation of Nas. Also, I would say that he is relatable nationwide, worldwide. He has records and a whole album with one of Bob Marley's sons. He's lived in Georgia. He's a reading man and he's a traveled man. You know, if you don't read and you don't travel, then it's hard for me to take you seriously because your experiences are limited. Salute to Nas.
The Trevor Jackson Podcast.